Hello, everybody. Welcome to the First Year Experience Kickoff. Today, we have a presentation put together for you to talk about what to expect with the First Year Experience class and also some things that'll help you as you're preparing this week to get started in your first week of classes. We are so excited that you decided to start your education with NCTC. So we put together this class just to help with the transition into becoming a college student. So today we do have an opportunity for all of you to ask questions if you have them. Please feel free to text us at 940-202-7814. But before we get started with our presentation, we're going to do some introductions. So I'll go first. My name is Danae Mitchell, and I am a success coach on the Flower Mound campus. Katie.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katie. I'm a success coach on the Corinth campus.
And Daphne.
Hi, I'm Daphne Riddle. I'm the Director of Career Services and Quality Enhancement.
And Shannon.
Hi, I'm Shannon Solomon. I'm a career advisor on the Corinth campus.
Geraldine.
Hi, I'm Geraldine. I am a career advisor also on the Corinth campus.
And Beth.
Hi, I'm Beth, and I am a success coach now at the Corinth campus.
And Desiree.
Hello, I'm Desiree Dretlow, and I'm the success coach for the Bowie and Graham campuses.
And Mark.
Hello, I am Mark Courts, and I'm a career advisor on the Gainesville campus.
And we do have a few other people on our teams that are not on the video today. We have Christy Rains. She is our success coach on the Gainesville campus. And we have our director, Amy Clone. She works on the Corinth campus. All of us are going to be teaching the first year experience classes. So we just wanted to put a name with a face. And please know that you're always welcome to reach out if you have questions or concerns about the class or during your time here at NCTC. As a reminder, you are more than welcome to send us a text if you have questions throughout the presentation. The phone number is 940-202-7814. But let's go ahead and get started. So first, we will talk about One Login. So One Login is the portal that you will use to access all of the portals that you have at NCTC. You can access this by going to the NCTC homepage. At the top of the page, there's a little black dot with a 1. You just click on it, and it'll take you to the screen that you see here. You all have been assigned a student ID. You should have received that student ID in an email from our admissions office. It should have been one of the first emails that you received from us. That username is going to have a combination of your last name, first initial, and 6 digits. You've also been given a default password. The default password is a capital A, lowercase z, and the pound or the hashtag symbol with your student ID number and 2 zeros at the end. Once you have set that up, it's going to ask you to create your own password. That password, it needs to be something that you can remember. And just remember, for creating it, it cannot include your first or last name in it. The One Login is really important for you to set up. So if you haven't set up, I'd go ahead and try to do that, just because this is how you will access all of your other NCTC portals. Once you have set up a password, it will ask you to create security questions. There's going to be 6 different security questions. These are all customizable. So the ones that it defaults on, there's a drop-down screen that you are welcome to look through and find an answer that works best for you. The security questions are important because if you forget your password, it just allows you to reset it. So make sure that it's something that you can remember. After you've set up the security questions, you'll have terms and conditions that you can read through and accept. And then it might ask you to install it onto Google Chrome. So there's a little icon that asks you to install it on Google Chrome. It takes a couple of moments to add it, and it just makes the path after you log into your OneLogin account more secure, since this does automatically log you into other student portals. And if you have any questions about setting up the OneLogin account, please don't hesitate to ask. You're welcome to send us a text, or even after the video is over, you're still welcome to text this number. You can also contact our IT department if you need more help with setting it up. All right, and I think that will turn it over to Katie.
All right, so I'm going to talk about Canvas, which is one of the tiles that you'll see on your OneLogin screen once you set that up. Canvas is our learning management system, and all that means is that's where your classwork is going to live, whether you're doing an in-person class that maybe has homework assignments posted online, or you're doing fully online classes. Either way, you're going to see a box on Canvas for each of your classes, like in this example on this screen where you see a purple, a red, and then a green box. I know some of you have probably used Canvas before, but if you have not, it's very similar to other platforms like Blackboard and Google Classroom. Just some important things to kind of keep track of. Modules is something that you're going to see on the left-hand side for each of your classes, and modules just means like your weekly lessons, your weekly content. Then you'll also see links on the left-hand side of each class for things like grades, assignments, maybe discussion posts, things like that. But if you start with modules or just click the main page of each class, that will get you started on the first day of the semester. A couple of kind of pro tips. First of all, there is a messaging feature on Canvas, and some instructors will use that in addition to your student email account, which is separate and which we'll talk about later. But just know that the Canvas messaging is like a Twitter or Facebook private message. It's separate from your email. And make sure that when you're using that messaging feature that you specifically contact the instructor or classmate that you're trying to contact. And then one other pro tip for students, especially who are visual learners, you can color code your classes and they will link up with your Canvas assignment calendar if that's something that you want to do. And now I'll turn it back over to Danae for some more information.
Yeah, thanks for talking about Canvas. Just keep in mind too, with Canvas, you won't have access to it until the first day of class. So that'll be January 19th. It'll be 12:01, and then you can go and log into your classes. But now we'll talk about WebEx. So some of you may be enrolled in something that's called a synchronous online class. And a synchronous online class is basically a virtual lecture. So instead of coming to a class on campus, you would attend a lecture via WebEx, which you can access on your campus. So what you would do, you would log into your OneLogin, select Canvas, and click on the course that you want to join a WebEx meeting. You will see in the options section, Cisco WebEx. So I've got an arrow pointing to it. You can click on that and it will take you to a screen that looks like this. So on here, it will show you the different meeting times that are available. And once the meeting has started, it will have a green join button. So you just click on the join button and it will take you to the next page that's basically preparing you to start the WebEx call. So it's on the one that has my picture. You'll just click the green join meeting button and it will let you into the meeting. You can make sure that you adjust the settings as you need to. So if you want to be muted, you can click mute. If you don't want your camera on, or if you do want your camera on, you can make that selection as well. And so the next one, I'm going to talk to you about some features that we have on WebEx. So you do have a few different options. You can access the mute button, which would turn off your sound. In general, whenever you're thinking about a class, it's probably best that you stay on mute unless your professors have asked you to join in a class discussion or if you have a question. You can turn your camera off or on. So just make sure that you're aware if it's off or on. And a little tip there, red means it's off, green means it's on. And you can have a share, you can share your screen. This one, you do have to get permission from the host, which would be your professor. Most likely you wouldn't share your screen in class, but some of your professors might offer virtual office hours, and this might be helpful for them to see what you're seeing on your screen. There is a reactions button, so the little smiley face, you can react to what your professor says. It pops up with a cool little emoji. Your professors may ask you to do that to show that you're understanding or that you're following along, or even to show if you have any questions. And then you also will have a chat feature. In the chat feature, you can read and post comments to the class or individually to your professor. Just keep in mind that you have to switch from everyone to an individual person if you want it to be a private message. Like I said, this would be used for virtual office hours or if you were in a synchronous online class. And if you're in a synchronous online class, you would know that because it would say it on your schedule. Okay, so not everyone would be in a synchronous online. If you have any questions about WebEx, feel free to send us a text at 940-202-7814.
Okay, and I mentioned earlier that I was going to talk a bit about the student email feature. So on the one login screen that we mentioned at the very beginning of this live stream, you'll also see a tab for Office 365, which is also Outlook, your Lion Pride student email account. And your student email account is the same login as everything else. And it's very important that you get used to checking your email. Like I mentioned before, some instructors will communicate a lot through Canvas, some will email, some will do a combination of both. And you'll also get important messages in your student email from other offices around NCTC. Fortunately, it's really easy to either just check this every day when you log in, or you can use the Outlook app on your phone, or you can even go into the settings of the email and forward your email to a personal email account like a Gmail account if you prefer to do that so that you don't have to check a separate email address. But the important thing is just that you know it's there and that you're checking it. And also know that through this Office 365 account, like you can see on the screen, you have links to free versions of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, which are all tools that you might need for various classes. There is a way to download these programs to your computer, again, for free because you're a student, but you can also use the ones that are there on the one login screen. They use kind of a cloud feature, just like Google Docs, where you can access them anywhere that you log in. So they're really convenient.
Thanks, Katie. Yeah, your Lion Pride email is important to get set up. So we'll turn it over to Beth.
So, again, just to remind you that you can text any questions that you have to the number that's on the bottom of your screen. Then I'm going to talk about My NCTC. I like to think of My NCTC as more of the business things that you have to do for school. So everything class related is going to be housed in Canvas, and then all of your business account, your schedule, your payment options, and everything is all going to be through My NCTC. So you're going to go in through your one login, and you'll click on My NCTC, and your most used tab is going to be the Student Services tab that I have an arrow to. And that's going to be where the first page that's going to show up has your schedule right there where that red arrow is pointing to. Over to the in the middle of the screen, you're going to have an access to add and drop your courses or search for courses. So you can go ahead and look ahead, a semester ahead or a couple semesters ahead, to plan your academic schedule. And then all the way over to the left, there is a financial link, and that will pull up your account, and you will go there to set up your payment plan or maybe pay in full. This is kind of what the screen will look like, and you'll go to My Account Balances. That will show where all of your class charges are, and if you're setting up a payment plan, you'll use that drop-down menu, and you'll pick the year and the semester, and it'll set up, you'll be able to set up your payment plan through Herring Bank. Herring Bank is who NCTC uses for all payment options. So we hear that's the bank that NCTC uses. And again, just if you're looking at your My NCTC page, if you go to Student Services, everything is kind of explained on that page. So that's kind of going to be your first go-to for any of your business needs that you'll have. All right.
All right, thanks, Beth. So yeah, the My NCTC portal is really important. It has a lot of different features on there that you'll learn more about in your first year experience class. But just to get you going, we want to make sure you know how to make a payment and access your schedule. And so we will go ahead and turn it over to Desiree.
I just want to remind all of you to take the time to get on your phone and go to the App Store and download the NCTC app. This app is going to be very beneficial to all of you. It allows you to become more of the NCTC community, to be able to interact with your fellow students. We also have access to the affinity groups, and follow us on all of our social media. All you need to do is follow, where is it? Is it at CC? Help me, guys. I don't see it on here.
At CC at
CC at
NCTC.
NCTC.
Thank you. Thank you. So we had the cheat on there last time, so it's gone. And but anyway, just follow us and stay up to with all the current events. We personally, the Completion Center, will put out things on our social media, but we also try to put anything that's going on with NCTC in general onto our social media platforms.
Yes, so again, that's CC at NCTC on all of our social media platforms. This is a really important way to stay connected, and we do post things that are happening on campus so that you can get involved. I do want to share with you about some other features that you can access while you are at NCTC. So you can get more information from our Student Services tab. This is really helpful. It has all of the different departments at NCTC, contact information, and information that can be helpful for you to see which department can help you the best. We have our Meet Your Advisor page, which you can access by going to Student Services and clicking on Advising and Counseling. And on there, you can find your personal advisor for whichever major that you've decided to go with, their contact information, phone number, and a way to schedule an appointment with them. So these are two really helpful things that you can check out. We have an FAQ page on there as well that you can get more information from, as well as affinity groups. We do have a Canvas group We call it all NCTC student advising. So you will have access to this on your first day of class. We post helpful announcements regarding things that are happening on campus and things, important dates that would be beneficial to you. We have information on there about advising, FAQ pages. We have had some meetings to talk about different majors. That's all linked on there, as well as our affinity groups that you can join, COVID information, all of those different things. It's just kind of a centralized place where you can find information. Some other things that we want to remind you about. We want to remind you that classes do start on January 19th. So we are looking forward to seeing you in our classes, having you participate and join in the fun there. We also want to talk to you about some of the different class formats so that you can be prepared on your first day. So the first one is online. We do have an all online format, and you'll know that this is the format that class is because on your schedule, it'll say online, online, online. And that is a module based. You will only use Canvas to access that class. We have a hybrid format, which you would go to class once a week, and then the rest of that class would be all online. We have our synchronous online courses, which I discussed earlier. That's a virtual lecture. You will use that WebEx feature to access those classes. And then, of course, we have our in-person format where you will go to a specific campus, you'll go in a classroom, and you'll have a lecture with a professor in front of you. Just so you all know some of the different things to expect whenever you come on campus to comply with the COVID restrictions. We will have a temperature check whenever you come in. You are expected to wear a mask that covers your face, that covers your nose and your mouth, not your whole face. And we will have a temperature check there. We have hand sanitizer stations near the check-in table, but we have them all throughout the campus as well. All of the classes have been made to socially distance. So you will notice in classrooms that there are seats that are further apart than normal, and that's so that we can keep you all safe and to comply with the COVID restrictions. We also have a online check-in to help us keep up with everyone and their COVID status. So you will learn more about that whenever you start at NCTC on January 19th. And we just want to make sure that if you have any questions, please feel free to send us a text. The number is 940-202-7814. This text messaging number will be up and running all the time. So if you have questions, even if this video is not live for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know. We are happy to help you. And if not, it doesn't look like we have any questions right now, which is okay. We hope that you have the best first week in an amazing semester. Please know that you're always welcome to reach out for support if you need it.
Hey, we do have somebody asking, what are our office hours? And someone's asking about textbooks and bookstore information.
Yes, so for the textbooks, we do have online ordering. So you can go onto the NCTC page. This is the way that I do it. I like to go to the little search engine. I type in bookstore. There's a link that pops up. You click on the campus that you would prefer, and it will route you to the online bookstore. And then you just type in the classes that you're taking. It'll pull up the books that are required for that class, and you can order them online. You're also welcome to stop by our bookstore. They are open Of course, whenever you come in, just make sure to wear a mask. But you can also bring your course schedule with you, and the bookstore will be able to assist you with finding books for your classes that way. And then as for office hours, the best way to reach us, your first year experience coaches, is to schedule a appointment with us. We all have several different roles that we have. So the best way to get a hold of us specifically is to schedule an appointment. For other professors, it's going to vary from professor to professor, and all of that is going to be listed in the course syllabus, which you will get on the first day of class. Did we have any other questions? All right, well, thank you for submitting questions to us. Like I said, feel free to continue to text us if you have other questions.